Големо етничко чистење се случува пред очите на светот. Тоа во разговор за гласот на Америка го вели Рон Хавив, наградуван воен фоторепортер кој деновиве известува од Киев.
We are looking at ethnic cleansing in a very large degree live in front of us as people are taking one bag, maybe two bags, their children, their pets, and leaving everything else behind.
Вели дека луѓето зад себе го оставаат сиот живот граден со генерации.
Aside from the actual physical movement of people, you also have like the histories of families, their apartments, their homes, sometimes homes for generations, could be lost forever. Nobody obviously knows how this conflict is going to end. And watching this over and over again is incredibly heartbreaking when you realize what is actually happening in the heart of Europe.
Хавив пристигнал во Украина речиси 2 недели пред инвазијата. Животот во Киев до последен момент се одвивал регуларно, со отворени ресторани, продавници и без големо воено присуство. Но после нападите, свеста кај луѓето бргу се променила.
And the Ukrainians have adapted very quickly, very efficiently, especially in regards to the defense of Kiev, where in the initial days they were able to repel Russian forces that tried to come into the city. And even though it looked like they were behind or not prepared, it turns out that they have done an excellent job.
Откако загина неколкумина медиумски работници, движењето на новинарските екипи им е ограничено.
That the Ukrainians themselves are now trying to limit the movement of journalists out of fear for our safety, which is understandable, but at the same time, it is not allowing the world to see a lot of what's going on, especially near the battlefield. The impact of that, what's happening to the Ukrainian civilians, is being lost to some degree, and that is something that we all are going to continue to strive to document to make sure that people understand what's happening.
Вели дека тие како известувачи од конфликти се свесни за сопствениот ризик, но целта на информацијата е многу повисока.
In certain places like Mariupol, you have two AP journalists, a cameraman and a photographer, who have been there since the beginning and who are documenting what appears to be war crime after war crime. And that's one of the roles that we as journalists are doing, is documenting not only for the immediate consumption, for people to understand what's happening, especially the world leaders to be able to understand from our work what's going on, but also the next stages when the war is over, when the International Criminal Tribunal will be deciding whether to charge anybody with war crimes. They are going to rely to some degree on the journalism that we are producing.
Во 90-тите години известувал и од судирите во поранешна Југославија. Посочува дека има многу сличности со тоа што се случува денес.
So there is a very much of a similarity with here, but the difference with Ukraine is that the world is not, there's no arms embargo. The world is trying to support the Ukrainians as opposed to what they did with the Bosnians or to some degree the Croatians. So there lies a very big difference. But I think that the spirit of the people, the resilience of the people, definitely is similar to the Croatians when they were fighting, to the Bosnians when they were fighting, that they believed that they were right, they believed that they would be victorious. Mariupol is very reminiscent of Vukovar, a city in Croatia that was under siege for 3 months, which at that time was the longest city under siege since World War II.
Хавив додава дека ова е воедно и војна на информации. Истакнува дека е огромен напливот од видеа и фотографии што ги испраќаат самите учесници во конфликтот. Сепак, укажува дека веродостојноста на тие содржини нема гаранција.
The visuals that are coming up of video and stills are giving a different kind of view of a war that has never been seen before. And I think that it's incredibly important as the audience to make sure that you understand the source of where the work you are seeing comes from, that it's coming from a reliable news organization that's doing research and making sure that these photographs or videos are real, they're correct, they're from this war. There's already been a lot of propaganda on both sides of misinformation that could actually have real impact. And this is, we are in a new world, and it is us as the audience, it is up to us to be very diligent and very careful in what we accept as true and what is not.
Од војната во Украина известуваат медиумски работници од речиси целиот свет. До сега, најмалку 5 од нив ги загубија животите. За гласот на Америка, Тоше Огњанов.